Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin. Today we're going to be talking about Youtooz, Funko, Hex, the FNaF movie, the books, and more. So starting off with the Youtooz news, Youtooz actually revealed a new wave of plushies, which includes two that we haven't seen before. So the two new plushies, the first one I'm going to look at here is the puppet. It's actually a standing up one, which is weird because the rest of them here are all sitting down, but there are two standing up plushies, one of them being the puppet here. So yeah, the puppet's here. I think it looks pretty good. It's actually got the 3 fingers, which I think is nice. I would have expected them to just have the flat hand, so it's kind of cool to have the fingers. It does have the stripes. Unfortunately, they are printed on, which wouldn't really be much of an issue, although Funko's puppet plush, the stripes aren't printed on, so having like a more expensive one have a lower quality is kind of unfortunate. Everything else though I don't believe is printed on, so the rest of it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it is worse in my opinion than the Funko one, and it's like twice, maybe even 3 times the price, so I don't know if it's really worth it. Although the second one is pretty cool, I suppose. It is the Golden Freddy plush. Interestingly, it's not just Golden Freddy, it's an actual golden version of Freddy. I mean, like, it is Golden Freddy, like, it's the character Golden Freddy, because it's got, like, the white eyes, and it's, you know, actually different colors. It's not just completely gold, like Gold Chrome Freddy. But it is weird that he's metallic. It's weird that he is shiny, but he is shiny in special delivery, so I guess they could have been going for that, so it's not really inaccurate, I suppose. I do kind of like it. It makes him stand out more, makes him seem more special, although plushies, I'm not really a big fan of the shiny material, because they're not soft anymore. But yeah, I mean, it is just a Freddy recolor, so not anything special. Very weird selection of characters here. 2 of them are standing up, and they're the Puppet and Golden Freddy, which I guess are important characters. There's the 4 sitting down ones, which are all just versions of Freddy, and then the 2 shoulder riders, which are the daycare attendant. You know, weird mix of stuff. I don't really understand it much. So now into the Funko news. We've got some weird stuff here. The first thing being a leak from Scarlet Joker on Twitter, which is going to be 2 hand puppets of Freddy and Bonnie. I've got no idea what these are going to look like. They're hand puppets of Freddy Fazbear and Bonnie the Bunny. You know, missed opportunity to have it just be Bon Bon. A Bon Bon hand puppet would be awesome, but it's going to be Freddy and Bonnie. It says 8 inches, that's like, what, this big, I guess? So that's pretty big. It's like a plush size, basically. Yeah, very random thing to get. I definitely wouldn't have expected hand puppets. I bet Puppet Steve's gonna be thrilled about this. Another Funko thing is there's going to be a Popsy of Chocolate Bonnie, as you can see here. You know, it's alright, I guess. It's not what I would have expected at all. It must be something they're making for Easter, because Easter is coming up soon, 2 months from now, so that must be coming out around that time. Something about him is weird to me. I don't know what it is. Maybe the eye color, but there he is. Funko has also revealed that there's going to be a jumbo version of the Radioactive Foxy plushie here. It's just the Radioactive Foxy, but big. It's a weird character choice. I definitely wouldn't have expected him, of all people, but there he is. This will be the first jumbo plushie with a hook, so I'm curious to see what that's gonna look like. But yeah, not much to say about it. It's just a bigger version of Radioactive Foxy. And then the last bit of Funko news is that there is a 2-pack of Balloon Freddy and Balloon Bonnie pop figures that are metallic. They are a Target Con exclusive. I don't know what Target Con is. I thought they were just Target exclusives at first, but they're Target Con exclusives. It's pretty interesting that they're metallic. We haven't gotten that variant of FNaF pop figure from what I'm aware of, so that's pretty interesting. So now we have some Hex news. In one of Doco's videos, he revealed a look at the Withered Bonnie plush. It's not much. It's kind of just like artwork of it. We don't get to see what it looks like with the face off. But there he is, Withered Bonnie. Yeah, he does have a face in this drawing because I believe this plushie is going to have a magnetic face you can take off, which is pretty interesting, and I'm curious to see what it's going to look like in actual plush form. Another thing is that we've gotten a small update to the Pop Goes plush. As you can see here, they've changed the jaw a bit, and ignore the eyes. That's not what it's going to actually look like. That's just like a prototype. But the changed thing is that the jaw and the snout have changed a little bit to make his face look less weird. I think he looks a little bit better like this. Pretty cool plushie. Not too thrilled about the price of Hex plushies, but I love Pop Goes. We don't have a set release date on these guys yet, but I assume it's going to be soon since, you know, him and Candy have gone through a lot of variations, so probably going to have the final version somewhat soon. Something pretty cool for you Fanverse fans out there is that Nixon made a tweet saying, "Here's Bonnie, an Ignited collection. I wanted to make him way more twisted and uncomfortable, while still retaining his force and aggression. Hope you like him." With some images here showing Ignited Bonnie. So yeah, I think this guy looks very cool from the images we have here. There's one of them that shows pretty much his whole torso, which looks very bare. I don't mean that in like the model is boring, I mean it in a way that he doesn't have a suit. It's like almost completely endoskeleton, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, these images are in very low lighting, so we don't get to see all the details, but I'm very excited to see what he does look like in game. I'm very curious to see what the other characters are going to look like as well. So far, all of them look very cool. So now into the movie news. We've actually got quite a bit of stuff here since the movie has begun filming. First of all, we actually have gotten a look at what the sign is going to look like at the front of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. So a big lit up sign here. It's got the classic checkerboard wall there behind Freddy. It says Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. I expected it to just be Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but Pizza Place makes more sense because of the pizzeria in Security Breach. And then of course there's Freddy at the top waving weirdly. He has gloves. I don't know why. Freddy doesn't have gloves usually. And also that artwork. It looks exactly the same as that one. I don't know if that's in frame, but it's exactly the same as that. A lot of people are upset that it is the same artwork as that one over there. Doesn't matter much to me. It's weird that he has gloves though. Is the actual animatronic gonna have gloves? I'm not too opposed to the idea of Freddy having gloves. It just doesn't really make too much sense to me since he never has in the past. Either way though, it's so cool to see an actual Freddy Fazbear's Pizza sign. I'm so excited to see the actual restaurant in the movie. I never really think about that. I'm just like, wow, a FNaF movie. I never think about the fact that there's gonna be an actual pizzeria being made. That's gonna be so cool. I mean, of course, it's not gonna be made, like, for the public to use, but just for, like, the movie, seeing it as an actual place is gonna be really cool. Okay, popping in here because we have gotten some crazy news. Funny story, I actually had this entire video finished and uploaded to YouTube scheduled to release, but this came out and I just had to add it in. So not only did we get that sign for the front of the pizzeria revealed, but we also got the entire rest of the front of the pizzeria. So this dude on YouTube, I'll put the link in the description to the video, but basically the video shows the front of the pizzeria. As far as I'm aware, this is just a facade, so it's not actually the entire pizzeria that they're building, but just this, you know, gigantic front piece of the pizzeria. So they're going to use it for like establishing shots or just outside shots of the pizzeria that they don't actually need to be inside of it for. I assume for that they're going to go inside just like an actual arcade or Chuck E. Cheese or whatever to film that. But yeah, so for all of the outside shots, I assume, of the pizzeria, they're going to be using this. This is our first look at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. It's so crazy to be seeing this. A real Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place restaurant. It's wild. So yeah, there's not too much to say about it. It's just really cool. And I'm so excited by it. Anyway, back to the rest of the stuff, cast announcements. We've also gotten a few new actors for this movie. First of all, there's going to be Grant Feely, who is from Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's going to be a strong supporting cast member. I don't know if he's going to be one of the kids that's going to get killed or what. That's all we know right now, that he's going to be a supporting role. Another actor is going to be this kid, David Houston, who is going to be playing Ghost Kid number 3, so definitely going to be one of the 5 kids murdered. The next actor is going to be Asher Colton Spence, who I assume is also going to be one of the 5 kids, although we don't know for sure. And then probably the most interesting one here is there's going to be the actor Jessica Blackmore, who's going to be cast as Mike's mom. This was a big shock to me, because I thought that that unnamed villain was going to be Mike's mom, you know, Mrs. Afton. Apparently it's gonna be this person. First of all, that's pretty cool. We get the first look ever, I believe, of Mrs. Afton, aside from Ballora, of course. But this also brings a big question, which is, who is this unnamed villain? I was pretty sure it was gonna be Mrs. Afton. Clearly not, though. So who is it? I don't know, really. It could be just, like, somebody else high up in Fazbear Entertainment, I suppose. Maybe it could be Chica. I guess we'll find out eventually. Another merch thing is that there is going to be the, like, I don't know how to pronounce it, the Five Nights at Freddy's
Ephemera
kit. The Ticket to Fun Ephemera kit. The description here says you'll feel like a night guard on their first shift with this jam-packed, terrifying Ephemera kit, featuring spooky art, fun collectibles, and the iconic characters and locales of Five Nights at Freddy's. This experiential kit takes you through the iconic Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. With in-world objects, including tickets, stickers, a badge, a flashlight, and more, you'll be in for a chilling night like no other. So yeah, there's going to be a flashlight, a security badge, there's going to be UV flashlights, puzzles. You know, there's gonna be toys, illustrations with Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Ballora, the puppet, and Freddy Fazbear. Weird mix of characters there. Scary and fun merchandise. Fits for all Five Nights at Freddy's fans, veterans, newcomers alike. A Five Nights at Freddy's veteran is just such a funny way to describe somebody. But yeah, I mean, that sounds really cool. Some in-game stuff is always awesome. I loved that the, you know, collector's edition had that Mr. Hippo magnet. I love the Sanchi security badge, which I used to have it here, so that's why I looked over there. In-game stuff is just always so cool to have. I made a video creating the sodas. In-game stuff, very excited for that. Some other random merchandise here. There's a mug that has artwork of Springtrap ripping open his head that reveals a skull inside. This time, not really weird looking. It's an actual normal skull. Pretty cool artwork there on that mug. Too bad it's just a mug though, because who uses those these days, you know what I mean? There are these pins here, the security breach characters, and there's also this pin, which is a TV with the security breach logo. It's lenticular, so if you like turn it or whatever, it shows the glam rock animatronics performing on stage, the holograms of them at least. I actually forgot to film this part of the video, but for the book news, we've actually gotten some pages revealed for the graphic novel version of the Step Closer story. So here's the first page on screen. You can pause if you want to read it. Here's the second page, and here's the third page. This guy actually kind of looks like me. So yeah, some pretty cool news there, but that is all the news we have today. If you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch my last news video, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more information on some more things.